Good old days, recycle bin, more than trash. OEO 6, bye, and I still have many levels to beat. Last time we did the cave level, now we're doing the level that doesn't quite work, unfortunately. Or the cape level. Yeah, so like this Yoshi thing. Oh, hi Matt. What's up? Thank you for the 35 months. Kind of jump scared me there a bit. If Yoshi falls immediately on the opposite side of very steep slopes in the same bucket, Mario will either turn only left or right. Don't know why it turns left or right. Hope it doesn't. Hope it's not. Hope it's not random, otherwise the level may break. Unfortunately, the level is broken, so... You did jump scare me. Anyway, what's supposed to happen here is I'm supposed to be kind of like fixed to the left side, but what's going to happen is once I go and die once, which is inevitably going to happen, I will no longer have this requirement. I've seen this gimmick used a few other times, but it's not one I've seen very often. Definitely makes it harder. Definitely makes it harder. But it's also broken because you don't get a Yoshi back here. Yeah, don't really know what's up with that, but I already put a marker down from last time, so it's okay. Alright. Anyway. How's it going, Matt? What am I doing? That's not a hard jump. The major things that happened in the last day or so, for me, were nothing really important. Went to the whiskey tasting, it was good whiskey tasting. Gonna have another one tomorrow. One of the guys had flown in from out of town, so he was gonna hang out here at my place with Fiskbit. And another dude, so... should be fun. So got dinner, much delayed dinner, with a friend, which was fun. He wanted tacos, I wanted tacos, we got tacos. Funny enough, it's because his wife went to a WNBA game that we actually got tacos. Which I thought was actually kind of funny. Dang it. You alright? Nice. They were like scheduling for like the week after, but it didn't end up happening. Because of the fact, well, it didn't happen yet because the future hasn't occurred yet. But, yeah, it just happened to work out. The WNBA game apparently let out kind of early, too, so... Almost done the first Hollow Knight. Nice. It's a weirdly difficult thing to do, to jump out of the water in the way you want to when you're holding an item. Yeah, the future is still yet to come. Or in the words of Dan Quayle, the future will be better tomorrow. Which is, despite, you know, Dan Quayle generally just opening his mouth and inserting his foot, is a quote I actually kind of like. I want to say it was used in Civ 4 whenever you researched a future tech, which is basically, like, you have tech points left over at the end of the game, and, well, there's no more things in the tree, but if you want to research some more stuff, go for it. We'll give you some points at the end if you want. Of course, you probably should just, like, finish the game if you finish the research tree, but, you know. But each new tech always came with a quote, usually read by Leonard Nimoy, but near the end of the game's development, I think that they released an expansion and Sid Meier did the other ones. Alright, what do I do here again? Oh, I need to kill a torpedo. Not like that. How? Alright, well, at least this level's kind and I can re-up that. Like, I need... Okay, I need to be... Dang it. Well, I got hit by the torpedo. Anyway, been a while since I've played a Civ game. I don't know if they still do that. i.e. have either future text or little quotes about things whenever you discover something. Sup, Fries? How you doing? Nuh-uh, they don't do that anymore? I haven't had the urge to play, what was it, Civ 7 we're up to now? Civ 5 was a little bit of a bust. Civ 6 was better in a lot of respects, but the DLC Civs were often a lot better than the originals, and it had some serious balance problems. It was one really fun, like, game report by Sula where, like, him and his buddy were winning pretty handily, and then their opposing team, who would decide on using the British, basically made a world wonder that negated any... Oh boy, that's lag. That basically negated all of their forward work and everything, because basically you could make 2 ships for the price of 1, which is insane value on a map with water. Didn't jump. Yeah, I think we're definitely trending in the more Kaizo-y direction. Also, imagine doing this while only holding left would be a lot harder now that I think about it. Huh. Chill day, prep tests for chemo next week. Oof. Wait, you still need to get chemo? I thought that they just cut the ball out and then that takes the cancer with it. On one hand, it's good you're getting it. On the other hand, that sucks. Like, chemo's hard. Like, I have no first-hand understanding, but man, it looks like it's a rough thing. Oh, that worked beautifully. Oh. I didn't even have to do it that way. What in the world? Why do I need the springboard to proc that? Okay. Then I need the fish to leave me alone. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. I knew what I needed to do. Yeah, okay, maybe not Kaizui, because, like, you didn't have to actually catch the torpedo. You just had to throw it up there and go. That's a much easier setup than I'd read it. Precaution thing to killing leftover trace. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm gonna assume you're not gonna be on it for, like, that long, then. Like, not in the, like, vicinity of losing all your hair and dying of immunocompromise. But that makes sense. That's the part that kills me. Here comes the part where it kills you. That'd be a game that'd be fun to play again. I haven't played Portal in forever. I think I played Portal 2 when it came out, and then haven't actually played it again since, which was a good choice. Like, well, the story. I did play some of the random test chambers. Like, for a while, that was, like, a thing I was just enjoying. Mostly what I discovered is an awful lot of them aren't that interesting, and the ones that are kind of cool were the speedrun ones. But those required an understanding of the system that I did not have. But it was fun to, like, get the bronze times, because those were basically execute adequately. But the other ones would require understanding what was going on a lot better. But no new starting of things until I make progress. Option take many small doses for 6 or 1 big time. Opt for the big time. Sounds like the right call to me. Nothing else, you're saving a bunch of time not having to go back and forth to hospitals. And honestly, hospitals are always just depressing places for the obvious reason that the only reason people go there is because they're, you know, not feeling well or obviously sick or, like, shot. What's up, small shell sphere? How you doing? It's weird that I can't get that. Like, jumping out of water is hard. I don't know why. Can I, like, throw the object out of the water and then catch it? Yeah, okay. That might be a little easier for me. What's up, big brawler? How you doing? Just moderating this hack that I didn't think would be quite as lengthy as it was. It's also a little bit broken, so I have to write a reject when I get around to it. There we go. Just wait our turn. Bomberman music, yeah. For some reason I thought it was Bionic Commando, but no, Bomberman. Okay, caught the shell. Go through this. Good, playing a 1000-year door mod. Nice. Okay, wasn't perfect. We can fix it. That's one thing that is nice about this particular hack, is it generally gives you a bit more leeway. Okay, maybe that isn't as easy as I think it is. Okay. I just need to get it... Oh, well, that's not helping. That's what I wanted. Okay. No, you stay up there, fish. You stay up there. Okay. Do the feet thing. Okay, now fish, you can come down. Get some good velocity going. Oh boy, okay, good. Midway? Midway. And a Yoshi! Hooray! Oh. Oh, right. And does it break? No, this part's fine. I mean, that's basically what it needs to do, is just make you spawn in the first room instead. As opposed to the nicer checkpoint that's inside of the other room. But I like this gimmick a little bit better now that it's working. Okay. This, I think, is more in the veneer, in the vector of standard. And Mark's kind of freaking out here. Ah, crap. I didn't realize what I needed to do when I had a chance to do it. Also, in other news, I did clean up a significant amount of my cable mess. Like, I can actually see that floor. I went and vacuumed it. It was a really good call to vacuum that floor. Just spun jumped. But I still need to get the squiggle box stuff set back up, and the capture device is for VGA is a little unhappy, and I don't know why yet, but I'll figure it out. Probably just need to reboot this computer again, and surprisingly, that worked. I'm also getting some differenter cables to simplify the setup somewhat, because, like, every time I play it with a squiggle box, I'd have to go and like, physically move a couple plugs. I don't want to do that anymore. Dang it. And now I'm just going to plug it into one of the massive number of things in the back of the receiver. Because the receiver has, like, 8 channels that it can pull from. That's bad. And there's no reason for me not to do that, because it's not hard. I was just lazy. Anyway. That's annoying. I have a feeling that part's going to be the part that takes the longest. I also fixed the SO command, because it was broken. Long story short, when I was adding support for multi-line returns via arrays, I forgot to check that I was like, okay, if it's a string, split on new lines, because that's something I've done in a few places. And so I thought that'd be sufficient, but it wasn't, because it turns out, since we're on Python 2 here, that, how? It turns out there's multiple types of string. There's stir, there's Unicode, and arguably there's bytes, because bytes also behaves very similar to string. And so I was like, well, I could check to see if the return type is any of those. Or, what if instead I just verify... Oh, goodness. I just check to see if it has a split method. Whatever is returned, just see if it has split. If it has split, we split it. If we don't, we don't. So... Because Python is built entirely off the idea, the basic idea of Python in terms of design philosophy is, bro, wouldn't it be cool if everything were a dictionary? So therefore, everything, including objects, is a kind of dictionary, even if some of them are special fancy dictionaries. So, there are a couple things to deal with, like if you want to handle like duck typing properly, there's a few things you can do. Dang it. Hopefully no uranium atoms get past that function. Oh, I hope not. How you doing, Simon? It's true, it's possible some other chunk of code could return something that's not a string, but does split, but I don't defensively program to that level, because I'm writing this code for me to... This is code that I use, not anyone else. I could have just gone over it. But it does remind me that the dreaded day will come at some point where I need to do like a reinstall of this computer or whatever, and I won't be able to get all of the Python 2 libraries because they will have moved on. So at some point I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and probably do a conversion. It'll probably be awful. There's a fair bit of stuff where I'm dealing with other types or treating bytes as strings. Especially in the USB core stuff. But there's an awful lot of things that aren't USB core now, so... But basically, like, especially some of the older modules, I probably just, like, not even bother fixing. Like, Zelda 2, like, whatever. If Zelda 2 never works again, that's fine. I'm not replaying Zelda 2 again. In fact, I'm not even convinced I can make Zelda 2 work ever again, because it relied on an awful lot of weird assumptions that I don't remember making. Or more accurately, I remember making the assumptions, but I don't remember what exactly the assumptions were with how that implementation worked. Wall clip! Well, it would have been dead anyway, actually. It wouldn't have mattered. But yeah. Like, there's some places in the code where I'm, like, calling functions that exist only in the save RAM that I've custom tailored to be specific for this, and it's a mess. It's one of those things where just, like, doing stuff on the NES is made so much harder by the fact that Chris, whatever his name is, designed it to be hard to use. Like, it would be kind of nice if, for the USB stuff, you had a no man's land, or it could redirect NMI automatically the way you can with the SD to SNES. Because, like, that's definitely within the power of the thing. You could easily do that. It wouldn't surprise me if some mappers did it, since I know the SA1 has the capability to do that, but I don't know why. But on the NES, I suspect it would actually be a much more valuable... It'd be a slightly more valuable commodity, because, like, being able to, instead of using, like, numerical dispatch after hitting NMI... I guess NMI, do you need one? There's probably a mode dispatch thing going on in most games. But it would save you a few cycles. Maybe I'll ask Fiskbit if... I cannot get these guys to line up anymore. Ask Fiskbit if any of the mappers he knows about do that. Maybe it's an MMC5 feature. Maybe it's an argument for using MMC5. I hate that ghost. He's so annoying. I can't even get back to the Big Boo part. That's the part I don't know. I mean, I guess I clearly don't know how to do the other part. I would have been host anyway. Well, maybe I would have been able to get across. Maybe. What am I gonna do when I get to that Big Boo? Alright, well, we got a run going. Yeah, I thought it would be something like that. Oh, no! Oh, I misread that so badly. So badly. Alright, at least I know now what I needed to know a minute ago. Go to sleep? Alright, see you later, Matt. I need to figure out what that emote is, too, because I cannot see it well. Ah. What is that? Oh, that's cool. What's up, Olga? Play Pokemon in a week or two? Yes, I will start Pokemon before the end of September. We're getting that done. Should also just stop being annoyed at Snyder and finish up Outer Wilds, just for the sake of finishing up Outer Wilds. Before I forget everything forever. What if I swam instead of jumped? I think an awful lot of the difficulty I've had with this hack is just not necessarily having the right ideas in mind. That works a lot better. It's also made of ice. What? Ah, nuts. Got your first 7-win draft? Huh. Nice. Pokemon Uranium. No, it's Violet, I think, is the one I have. Haven't played a modern Pokemon game since Sun and Moon in any serious capacity. It has been too long. Oh, God. Nuts. There was one time Fiskbit brought over his Super Game Boy and a Game Boy flashcard, and we just kind of looked around at stuff. And he's like, oh, there's so many good games! Why are you picking all the weird pirates and hacks? And I'm like, I love weird pirates and hacks. But one of them in there was literally a hack called Kokomon, where everything was replaced with drug references. It was really dumb. Just string replacements. Like, I am Professor Weed! Etc. It was just dumb. But that's the nature of an awful lot of, like, hacks. Pokemon Uruguay. Best official Pokemon games yet, and you'll die on that hill? Fair enough. Tap it to Game On when you're your parents who are looking into good ones. Oh, Uranium is an RPG Maker fan. There was discussion of Uranium earlier about splitting. Does it have function split? So I was on a different tangent. I've never actually heard of Pokemon Uranium, but it kind of surprises me because, like, Pokemon hacking is, if you want to take it seriously, one of the more accessible hacking scenes. They have an awful lot of disassemblies and other things. I know, like, the Game Boy Advanced ones are pretty well hacked at this point. Like, people are making all sorts of, like, things. I want to say, like, it's a Toho hack. Just replaces all of the Pokemons with Toho characters, because obviously this is something that the world needed. Also, I've never owned a tablet. Like, I've never actually thought in my life, yeah, I want a tablet. It just never happened. Like, I could have gotten one. Probably been a few cases where I need to remember that the side of the screen will kill me. Missed. But yeah, never. I think one point in time I considered getting a tablet was right after they released Mist for iPad. And I'm like, you know what? That actually sounds crazy enough to work. It was that or Final Fantasy Tactics, where I was like, yeah, I would play Final Fantasy Tactics on a tablet. That's not unreasonable. Then I didn't buy a tablet, so... I was gonna be host anyway. Come on. Sometimes I just can't get out of the water. Anyway, the great wire cleanup has actually been really good because I've discovered that a non-trivial number of the wires in there weren't actually connected to anything. Or they were connected to like, half connected to random things. There are a lot of splitters involved. Like, an awful lot of things were using unpowered splittering for audio mostly, and I fixed it so now that everything is going through the powered splitter. Should also be some, like... You know what? Actually, I might already be benefiting from that. There should be some reduction in line noise that changed how I routed some of the cables. So, like, the audio cables that are going, like, from my lap computer to my earbuds, because it routes all the way through the receiver, are no longer on the floor with all of these other things. So, I'm picking up less, like, line noise, which is nice. So I'm pretty sure I am. Let me check. Oh yeah, no. No line noise. Like, it must have just been caused by running through all of that nonsense. Yeah, I realized that the table in question that I used for this, the folding table that I stole from a workplace that no longer exists a million years ago, and no one is going to care about because it's a crappy folding table, has some convenient metal bars at the top, and I can just route some cables through there when I need to. I need to be faster there. Like, the Big Boo does not move quickly. So, yeah, now the audio cables are routed through there, which is nice. I'm probably gonna, like, maybe I'll move the microphones routing through there, too. Just to make it so that it'll be more accessible for me. What? Is the line noise on the ground? No, the line noise was just because it was routing through the giant mess of cables that were all on the ground. And now there isn't a giant mess of cables on the ground. So now, instead, what I've done is I've put the powered splitter on the table, I put the receiver on the table, and the projector is still on the table. And now when I want to switch games, all I need to do is go change the plugs on the powered splitter, which should be less annoying than what I've been doing. Or, well, game systems, really. So, like, if I suddenly have the urge to play Saturn for just no particular reason, I can do that. It also might just be the case that right now there's less stuff plugged into that, and that's making a difference as well. Like, I still haven't really plugged back in the Swiggle box, and I haven't plugged back in the VGA splitter, but those were, like... I can't imagine those were creating that much noise. What the heck? I was holding left. But yeah, like, this particular combination of things, like, when I put it in, and if there was nothing on the other channel, so, like, it's just not anything at all, it would make a little bit of a buzzing noise. And now I'm not hearing that at all, which is nice. I need to be faster? Anyway, basically the idea here is that because electricity is weird, anything... How does this work? Basically, any electricity that goes through a wire does, in fact, create a small amount of magnetic current. Magnetic flow, I suppose. It creates a magnetic field. And so... Nah. Other wires will also pick up that magnetic field and turn into small amounts of current, which is the noise we're talking about here. And especially when we're dealing with things that are alternating current, United States, 60 hertz at 112 volts, I think? So you can kind of pick up that kind of hum. Periodically, they use this to, like, bust speedrunners. Like, bro, you clearly didn't beat the game because we can hear your... You can just hear it. We can hear it. That you actually just spliced here because the mains hum isn't in the right spot. But it can be quiet enough that it can be imperceptible to normal human ears and at the right frequencies. Am I dead? Anyway. The same principle kind of applies to metal detectors. You create a magnetic field, see if something creates an opposing magnetic field in response to it, and then you detect that magnetic field. It sounds really ridiculous, but that's how they work. Alexander Graham Bell invented the metal detector along with the telephone. The reason he invented the metal detector is actually kind of amusing. Basically, he wanted to find the bullet inside of James Garfield from when he was assassinated. How? Unfortunately for him, after successful tests in his lab, when he was allowed to actually inspect James Garfield, he couldn't find the bullet for a few different reasons. One, the physician kind of sabotaged him. He said you could only check this part of him as opposed to any of the parts of him. Can I... Oh, I could have worked with that. And two, he was examined on a metal bed frame. So, either way, it wasn't going to work. That's a shame, because, like, James Garfield probably would have lived if he hadn't had a jackass as a physician, but that was, like, his family doctor, so we trusted him pretty well. Really, all he needed to do to survive was probably just not have people poking their hands into him. But, alas. Oh, metal detectors. I somehow... Okay, maybe I'm okay, I think that's it. I'm overestimating how much space I need. Like, I really think I need to, like, drag him all the way away from the wall. I think I just have to move him a little bit, maybe. That might be it. Well, it would help if I actually did something. Electricity is weird. One of my favorite stupid electricity things you can do is if you can, you can do this with a 9-volt battery? Maybe that was it? But basically wrap a lot of wire around a screwdriver, and you can form your own kind of inductor as long as you put some current across it. And it's kind of fun. You get yourself a pretty decent electromagnet you can turn on and off. And, of course, the screwdriver itself becomes massively magnetized, which can be a great boon when dealing with tiny screws. That reminds me, before I put my screwdriver away, I should or before I use it tomorrow, I'm going to open up the squiggle box and give it the old dust off. Which I don't think I actually need the screwdriver for, when I think about it. Either way, I should give it a bit of remagnetization. I managed to lose a screw when I was opening the other box. Unfortunately for me, opening this other box, aside from dusting off all the stuff, was a bit of a bust. So, no pun intended. But what ended up happening was I tried to put in the other M2 slot. I tried to put an SSD in there. Wouldn't take. Just wouldn't recognize that at boot. I think it was trying to boot off of the empty one. I don't know why. Because the other one, the main one, in fact, it's not even that SSD that's in the boot path. It's weird. Like, I'm pretty sure the only SSD in the boot path is the, like, OG styled, laptop style one. So I find that surprising. So like I said, I do find that surprising. But yeah, that wouldn't boot, so I spent a while fussing with that and just couldn't get it to do anything. And then the graphics card Squills gave me, I also can't boot with that. It just says no VG, like it leaves the VGA light on forever and will not post. So I don't know if the card is broken. The best theory I got out of someone yesterday was that maybe my power supply isn't beefy enough, but it's not like it's a beefy card. So I don't know. I just don't know. And there's a little bit of a problem for me, because I would like to put in the better card. Oh, because it's icy, I fell off. Well, that was the best one so far. So I'm back to the old card, which is a little unfortunate. But at least I've dusted off the machine and redone all the wiring and their cable routing and stuff, so it's nice. It's nice at least. It's probably marginally quieter, and it's been a while since I've dusted off that machine. It needed it. And the Squiggle Box, I don't know if I've ever dusted off the Squiggle Box, but the Squiggle Box, you know, only gets used periodically. Like, there's not a lot of airflow in that case when it's not on, right? So I don't know how much of a difference it would make in practice. Where I want to place the Squiggle Box might make the open CD-ROM tray thing a little bit more of a challenge, as well as moving CD-ROMs a bit more of a challenge, but we'll see. Oh, wait, I'm not dead! Oh, I am dead. I might have been able to succeed that. Okay. I'm still gonna pass that part consistently now. Ow. But yeah. Just nicer to have it be cleaner. And it makes the room look bigger, too. I was also thinking, I do have, like, a microphone arm that I could use. That I probably should use and replace the many, many books stratagem. Yeah, I don't need to wait there nearly as long as I think I do. Arr! You do have delay? Oh, that reminds me. I thought you said Daisy briefly, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to turn off the change character thing, because it does not work at all here. Like, at all. It'll make Mario invisible, which is definitely a weird case. Not sure what to make of that. Is that wall clip a good thing or a bad thing? It was a thing. Okay. Oh. Well, I didn't even see those! I understand what I was supposed to do now, and I just was like, okay, I'll just eat that. Okay, cool. Block eating storied. Yeah, I do need to play some more level design contest stuff, because I don't have the time or inclination to put out other new things, unfortunately. yeah. Basically, tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing an awful lot of cleaning. I need to put away the stuff, the cables and stuff I'm not using in the other room. At least temporarily. I'd like to get the squiggle box sorted first, which would be nice, but I don't think I'm going to get all the routing stuff done. I'm just going to put it under the table and call it a day for the moment. Move a few piles of stuff that have been sitting around bugging me. And the dishes. Gotta clean the kitchen. But it's mostly just bowls I've eaten out of, cereal out of, and at that, so that won't take that long. Nothing with anything caked to it. And then, yeah. There we go. What killed me? Yeah, an awful lot of these are just very oddly precise. It's possible I've opted to do some of them wrong. Like that one, I think I initially came in with a botched idea of what to do there. Do not like how the left side of the screen just outright kills me instead of pushes me. I don't know what's up with that. Like, it doesn't happen everywhere. Like, I don't get why it happens where it happens. It has to do with there being a muncher vaguely to the right of the position. Anyway. I fixed SO, did that. What else did I do? Oh yeah, my buddy, when we were getting dinner, was hellaciously late. And I'm like, so what happened? Maybe a layer 2 thing? That's probably it. Because it is a layer 3 background right there, so it's a good chance that it's layer 2 nonsense. Anyway, he was hellaciously late. I was like, okay, yeah, so it was 3 things. Oh. He had to take care of a specific thing, and he needed to respond to some emails. And then finally, dude comes into the office to deliver his, like, hot take of the day, which is that Bill Gates has done so much good in the world, it doesn't matter how many children he directly kills. Like, he could just go and straight up murk a bunch of kids for some reason, and he would still think that Bill Gates has been a positive force. It sounded like it was very odd. He also mentioned that at several points in time, he literally directed the man out of his office so that he could finish his stuff. Because I don't think he actually cared that much about today's hot take. I would also like to again reiterate, Fistbit thought Wales was an island, and I think that's really funny. Okay, what now? Are these solid? No. Wait, what? What? That was weird. That ending was weird. Whatever, it's done. Oh yeah, that was on my list of things to do. I haven't done that yet. Tower of Facades. Sloppy version. Okay, this may be awesome or it may be painful. There are 3 setups in each room. One of them is different. Reach the exit with the number of those rooms, okay? I've played Towers of Facades, so I know how it works. There is sometimes a CP issue when you die, but it's not a problem. The hack broke while I was fixing it, and I was afraid to touch it. Oh. I don't know if that's a problem. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, well, moderator doing things time. There was a door over here. The nice thing about this is in the event that this doesn't work great for me, we can see about trying to brute force it. I'm going to have to effectively do the brute forcing thing at some point to test those doors. Alright, well, let's see what 1 is. Oh, the 3 setups are slightly different. Okay, well. Wait, what? Oh! That's not how I was expecting this to work. Well, if I had to make a guess, it was number 2. Because that one had a winged Koopa. But let's check. So I'll start writing notes. 1, there we go. Alright, so that's probably it. You die. See what it said setups, that's not what I was expecting. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so there's 2 spinies on each of the floors. Okay. You know, that one is a gray spiny. Let's go with 3 here. This may be easier than I was expecting. Like, I was really ready to get in Tower of Facades mode, which would be an awful lot. Okay. So he kicks the shell. So, nada, coin, P, star. Okay. Multi-coin block. Okay, so it's 3. Because the other one was a multi-coin block, and that is not. What if GPUs is flattered by this particular level, or not? Okay. Okay, so... Huh. Alright, I think the directionality was what matters most, because I see that the 3 on the bottom move upward during their fast period, move upward during their slow period, and the other one doesn't. Those are all the same. Okay, so it's 2. Alright, that's not too bad. I'm gonna be honest, like, as an OLTC idea, this would actually probably do really well. Okay. Alright, so there's 3 on the outside edge. This looks the same as the other one. Wait. Are there invisible blocks? Was that in the case with the other ones? Invisible blocks over there, interesting. Alright, let's run through that one again. It's a long walk back. Okay, no invisible blocks. Okay, so it is 3. Alright. So far, none of them have been 1, which is nice. 6. We got this. Okay. So, there's a lot of things happening here. Okay. Was that red coin there last time? Okay, I'm gonna need to do that one again, because I think it's 2, but I can't tell. Really would have been nice if there'd been, like, a location that was, like, take me back to the cycle, because I want to see it again without having to run all the way over here. Okay, yeah, it is 2. Alright, this isn't too bad. I'll make a marker to check the doors. I don't think we need to see that online. Note to self, check all of the doors in the brute forcey type solution so we don't suffer that later. Wonder what the CP thing was about. Oh, I should check this door first too. It's right here. Okay, cool. Alright. So now, up. It's 2. Followed by 3. Followed by 2. Wait, what? Oh, followed by 3. I misread my own notes. It's 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2. 2, 2, 3, 3. What? It's not 3. Alright, we're going back to 3. Because it's 1, apparently, and I must have seen the wrong thing in 3. Which was 3? Okay, it's a multi-coin there. Maybe I misremembered. Yeah, I did. It was 1. Alright. That's fine. This is still a nice, relaxing level after the last one. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. GG. Oh, it's a different orb entirely. Does this have the door 255 glitch? Probably? I don't think I want to test it, though. Like, you would have to go cycle that a lot to hit the 255 glitch. I think it's probably not a worry, but maybe I'll bring that up as a possible thing, because this is largely OLDC-style vanilla stuff. Inevitable pollen allergy. I don't like the sound of that. If there is a certain amount of pollen on the screen, others cannot enter the game. That's true. I don't know why I wanted to do that, but apparently it's something I had the option to do. Oh, I need to get hit. Oh, well. I get this. Mostly. Okay. Put up. Get hit. Look at these trees! Oh, that's cute. Okay. Wait, what? Multiple checkpoints? Like, I shouldn't complain, but it's... Wait, what? Oh, I died. I'm not sure I get this one yet. Like, how would that rotation matter? Maybe it moves the... No, it wouldn't interact with the sprite. That's not how that works. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Right. There's got to be a trick here that I'm not seeing. Look at him vibrate! Like the game is in pain. Okay. So maybe it's the coin sprites? Like if I can steal... Not that. I don't get this one. I feel like... Do this, maybe? Oh, P speed. That's what the giant P is there to tell me. How does P speed help? Oh. You know, maybe I should pay attention to my surroundings. You have a hunch with that P. Yep. In retrospect... marker to check those doors, too. Okay. Gotta stay out of the grape Kool-Aid. Had a dumb idea from the other day. There's a thing... Yeah, that worked. A piece of media that I saw as a kid. We had this. So, way back when, Kool-Aid, as in the drink of choice for children's, probably knew what was in that box, used to do this Kool-Aid point system where you'd take the proof of purchase, and on the back it would say some number of points. And that number of points, you know, for a single packet would be like 1, but if you got like a big ol' one, it would be more, and so on and so forth. And then there was a catalog of things you could buy with your Kool-Aid points, which were things like mugs, just assorted random Kool-Aid things. I think the most infamous random Kool-Aid thing you could actually purchase was the Atari 2600 Kool-Aid Man game using points. I think that was the only way you could buy it. But anyway, we pooled our points for a long time, and hooray, that was a short level. We pooled our points for a long time and got the Kool-Aid Wacky Zany video, which starts with an advertisement for KB Toys and doesn't exactly go up from there, except for the bit where Dom DeLuise comes to blows with a newspaper vending machine, but that's just weird. Gotta follow the worm ahead. Okay, let's follow the worm ahead. Coin snakes must reach the end of the room, and you must try not to press up or down buttons. Oh boy, I'm hosed. If you press up or down while pressing the other arrow keys, the snake unfortunately doesn't detect it. Yes, I hate this. I'm aware of that fact. Is this what I think it is? I needed the shell. And this music is very weird. Well, I needed to drop it. Ow. And try not to push up or down. That's the key to the whole thing. Ah. Gotta have patience. Patience and time. Yeah, I don't think it made it to the end of the room. That's a one-way. And that's a soft lock. Okay, we found another soft lock. Sounds very Pac-Man Adventures 2. Interesting. Wait. Oh, but not press up or down. How do I do that? Oh, that time it just worked. Might have swept up, yeah. Okay, what do I need the coin snake for? You switch? Yeah, okay. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, maybe I need to release that while neutraling entirely. While neutraling. Maybe that's the key. Shells can move at different speeds, by the way. Oh, wait, no, you can't press... Well, okay, I was late anyway, so whatever. Alright, cool, I just need to do that all faster. Coin snakes are not my favorite of mechanics. Not at all. Ah! Anyway. Right, I didn't neutral. Just need to chill. Yeah, it's got this, like, Egyptian kind of thing going on. I think that's what this really is, like, reminding me. It's like one of those pyramid levels. Once had to try to explain to my little brother what walking like an Egyptian looked like. That was funny. Okay, I definitely need to not... Ah! Why'd I have to spawn one tile lower? Why couldn't it spawn one tile higher? I think that's... God. What? No! How many exits am I up to? Oh, this is the last exit. Holy cow. For some reason, I thought I had a lot more to go, but thankfully some of the other levels have been more kind. I don't know how to do that consistently. I was about to say, why couldn't it start moving rightward instead? But I know the answer to that question. That part is going to be the death of me. I cannot do that fast enough consistently. Like, that's the game there. Can I? Well, okay. Worth a shot. You can, in fact, enter a door if you one-frame that. Just right. When me and Snyder were playing Jump a million years ago, we would take turns dealing with the coin snake area. And if we failed, we'd always try to do the one-frame P-switch thing. I need to be faster. See? Oh, wait, I didn't want to take the midway. Crap. I just wanted to show it was possible. I want to actually beat the level. Hopefully that won't... Hopefully it didn't store the midway, but it might have. Very much a just because I can doesn't mean I should kind of thing. Okay, good. There exists an awful lot of cheese one can do. The question is whether or not one should do. I guessed wrong. I was close, though. Oh, well, it wouldn't have mattered. I still need to make it wiggle. Typically, I do, but for the purposes of moderation, I really shouldn't. To be fair, I did cheese the cape level, so maybe I do take those. We'll decide in a bit. Just don't like that shell setup. It just doesn't feel consistent. Like, once I fail it, it's clearly already done. It's a race. We can't really do much about that. I'm also not sure how you would de-cheese that. Oh, actually, no. De-cheesing that'd be easy. You just move it You just make it so that the thing is one more tile off the ground. You control where the height of that is anyway, so... Even neutraling it, I'm not getting consistency there. Maybe that's the trick here. Okay, what we can do to go faster here is if... Let me see if I can... Okay, no, that's a layer 2 fall, so just a weird thing. Just practice. Like, when it does that, I'm already hosed, because I don't know what to do. Yeah, just put the door in the air by one tile, it would solve the problem. You would de-cheese it. Yeah, it would make the one frame thing a lot harder. Impractical, really. Not wrong, I'm blind. So infuriating. Well, we'll do is practice anyway. Yeah, I think left one's the right way to do this. And then we can run through here as quick as possible. Doodle-doo. It is insanely difficult to wait just that little amount of time. What in the world can I do to make that consistent? This level's central conceit is incredibly irritating. Because, like, it's a race, but I can't start moving immediately. I really thought that would work this time. It seems it doesn't matter which direction I go on that. It just always does that. It always wants to move rightward, and I don't really have much of an option. Like that. Like, what am I supposed to do here? It doesn't ever want to move left. Guess that's just it, just jam on and hope. Make that a little bit faster. Okay, I think it's possible. I just need to get that on screen so I can see what I'm doing. I don't need to, like, get all the way in there. See, look at that! It still went left! Like, I feel like every single one of my things that dies here is just completely opportunistic, random RG bullshit. Like, why does it go left? I don't have control over this. Like, maybe I need to wait a little bit to try and make it go the other way? Ow. I'm beginning to wish I had just used the P-switch. Look at that! I don't have time to not hit that on the first go. Like, I just don't. And yeah, you can't even do that if the shell's moving fast. So, you have to stop. Why'd I do that? Why did you do that? Oh. See, that's what I want to happen. Ah, candle. Okay. Oh, but no, what am I doing? Oh, I pressed up at some point. Playing with controller, I need to be very careful with the left and right directions, because it's really easy to get yourself an extra up or down somewhere. Like, even with that, I don't think I made it in time. Like, I have to be a lot faster somehow. I really would like it if I could land on that. Like, that would save me a little bit of time if I could do that. Or maybe... No, that lip makes that really hard. Like, I need that to happen immediately. Like, I'd love to know how much leeway I actually have here, because I can't tell. Okay. That was the best I've done so far, and that still wasn't good enough. I still need to be about 3 coins faster. And with that being RNG bullshit, I don't know if I can. At some point I pushed up or down. Okay. I don't know what to do to make that consistent. Because I need to be fast. Oh, and I pushed up at some point. Like, the quick ways of doing things with a controller do not mask well to this. I think I rolled. Nope, didn't. It's close. So, like, I just need to do this first part a little bit... Well, that's not how you do it. Do the first part here a little bit quicker. Get lucky there. Well, it was on the screen. I didn't push down fast enough. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. It's not where I want to be, but it's somewhere. What? Oh, that did not work the way I hoped it would. What else is new? I don't know, I think I just need to focus on this and not... Dang it. And not dang it is how that sentence actually did end. Fun fact, the Super Nintendo has stereo audio. The original Nintendo did not. It's kind of weird to think about it, but, like, there were non-stereo TVs for a long time. When you're playing an NES game, you really do need to, like, fix it so that the, I pressed down, I swear! Fixing your receiver so you're using mono sound, where it basically takes one of the two channels and smears it across both sides. But if you don't change it back and then move to a stereo source, most receivers do something really weird. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I like the AV Famicom, is because it provides two channels of audio to plug it in your RCA, even though they are the same, effectively the same channel. Like, it's the same mono channel on both sides, but it, you know, now looks like a stereo signal. And that does solve some problems for receivers and for the capture devices. Yes! Oh, yes. We did it legit. Hooray. Alright, next. What's next? Okay, well, let's at least do some learning here. Now, the key thing is we can never press up or down, so we can't swim fast. What's up, TJB? How you doing? I'm messing up. But trying to do it in unique and interesting ways. Where was I? Big coordinating a huge W Plays project? Oh, cool! What you drawing? I'm gonna actually make a guess and say it's Jade. I'm just gonna make a guess. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to be wrong, but that's my guess. Yeah, I don't want to press B there. Old school room exam. Oh, nice! That's cool. I didn't want to do that extra bob. 16 million pixels, that's a lot. Often listen to things with one headphone and it's interesting to suddenly find out certain songs are actually very different between ears. Yeah. I mean, once the, basically, people got access to, well, musicians got access to stereophonic sound, they're like, yeah, you know what, let's do stuff. Let's pan between the two sides. All right. Well, let's at least learn some things. Okay, so I think I have to walk underneath the two fish. Like, I don't have a choice. I must walk between the two fish. I want to do that. That's good. That's 2 bops. Then I can do that. I need to do that faster or slower, I'm not sure. Okay. That was closer. I'm getting somewhere here. Well, almost somewhere. Anyway. I don't need the extra boop there. That's the key. Yeah, hitting those cycles correctly is just going to be a challenge. I also want to throw in, like, when I'm not transitioning between solid ground and water, I do want to throw in an extra boop. Nuts. Alright, anyway, I said this a while ago, but I should try to gain some knowledge. Okay, so then we get this brick. I need to not hit the fish with it without pressing down. What? I guess... What? One of the contributors was trying their hand at some Python code for updated template. Suggested you using OKLab and finding the nearest color. OKLab made such a huge difference. Oh, interesting. What is OKLab? I am not familiar with OKLab. Okay, how do you even do? You have to let go? This obstacle sucks. What am I doing? Perceptual color space? Oh, interesting. One of those things that I would love to, well, needed for a project a while ago was a better color space, because sometimes I just want to say this is just too close to this other color, and therefore I would like to not do that. But yeah, RGB isn't the best color space for a large number of things. Like, it's convenient, don't get me wrong. But it's not great. Okay, so what do I do? So I guess I need to... Wait, I can't press up or down! How? Oh. Okay, lab is great at distance between colors, being what you expect it to be. Okay, that's actually interesting. I might look into that. Long story short, since I have my own chat client, I have my own way of creating name colors. And sometimes those name colors are a little bit too close to white for the white background for me to be able to see them. And so that causes me problems, such as not being able to see someone's name. And there's not too many people whose names are that close. But it's something I would like to have. Okay, I can drop it. That's the key. Ugh. How? I've done a lot of stuff in this hack. This is the first thing I don't want to do. Like, that setup is... And I'm on the clock for that setup, too. Like, I can't take my time. And I have to neutral, entirely neutral. Okay. This is like one of my least favorite tropes in all of SMW, all LDC stuff, is just dealing with coin snakes. It's just kind of painful on a controller. You have to be very, very, very consistent. I am very, very, very not. I think that this last obstacle is beyond my... Oh, wait. I can't wait. I can downswim? Well, okay, I can't press down there. Let me check something for a bit. Okay, well, that didn't help. Okay, so I can use low swimming. That makes a huge difference. I guess that's what the message at the beginning was trying to tell me. Probably means this part isn't as nightmarish as I think it is, because I can press down at the same time. However, this requires things to not suck. Wait, oh, no, I need to be need pressing right and down. Alright, well, at least I can get into this room now. Which means I can attempt to cheese this. Which he didn't succeed at. Yeah, I wouldn't have made it, but like, that was a lot closer than it could have been. Okay, this is not as bad as I think it is. I just didn't understand the constraints. Like, I was really getting close to, like, counting jumps and things. Like, this is not going to be nearly as bad if I can down swim. Oh, I almost had that. Okay, this is not as bad. In fact, I think this might be easier than the prior section. I might be cheesing it mildly, but not as much as doing the one-framer. Almost. Almost. What else? What else? What else? One of the problems with playing setup-based levels, eventually you run out of stuff to talk about the setup, and you just have to do it. Oh, I almost had it. Alright, well. Just run into the fish. What else? Failed cornering. Pac-Man. Maybe I should finish the Discerno Frog game. Oh, I fucked it. Alright. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. I forgot to hold right. Oh, hey, I can fast upswing too. Don't want to, but I can. In fact, I think this area might have more leeway because of the swimming speed issues. Alright, well, it was close. Wait, what am I doing? Stupid. I'm getting thirsty. Probably should drink something. Okay. Come on. I used to have a strat there that worked well. I don't know what happened. Oh well. Do-do-do-do. Wait, it's bizarre that I can get away with that. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't hold right. Sup, Curtis? Thank you for the good luck. Hasn't been too bad. I had one level that took a while, and then there's this. But the stuff in between has been nice. My left ear is itching, so I want to scratch it. Oh, man. What to do about nothing. So close, yet so far away. Also that! There's some wacky stuff going on with layers in this. Things don't behave the way you expect them to. Guess that's marginally interesting. So... almost pressed down. And then messed it up anyway. So, a couple days ago, YouTube randomly recommended me a Commodore 64 demo. And I don't know that much about Commodore 64 internals. Like, Commodore 64 is one of those things that, like, was popular over in Europe and never really had quite the same cachet in the United States. Yeah, this is hosed. But there was a demo, it's kind of cute. It's this little wizard dude, and he busts out the numbers, 1 through 9. And it literally calls him the Mighty Multiplexes. And the basic gist of the demo is it shows different ways to accomplish the same effect. So, Commodore 64 is fast enough to allow for sprite multiplexing, which means that once you know a sprite has been drawn, you can decide to change the sprite's properties, and you can do this. You just can. So, like, imagine if I could draw, like, Mario. I know Mario's at this height in the screen. Well, then I can also draw him again later. Move his sprite down a little bit. You reuse the sprite slot for something else. Considering the Commodore 64 has 8 sprites, and that's not very many sprites, a lot of games would do this, where they would just, like, they knew the X and they knew the Y position, would just wait till a lower frame, a lower place to draw them. And so, putting 9 moving sprites on the screen isn't actually all that impressive to start with. But then the different ways that things happen there make a difference. So it moves it outside of the text area. And, what was it? The way sprites work is weird, because they... I need to remember, I can't go back. Basically, sprites go under the border on the Commodore 64. But there are ways, demo scene ways, to make it so you can, like, make the border go away for sprites. Like, sprites will be able to be drawn on top of them. But that requires more trickery. And so it changes the way that it works, and then suddenly, instead of the wizard character being made of background tiles, he's effectively now made of sprites. It's just really cute demo. Would recommend watching, but then, since I watched the demo, and the subsequent explanation of how an awful lot of the effects are achieved, including one that's really wacky. The one at the top of the screen is really weird. Apparently, on Commodore 64, like, when you scroll the text area downward, like you say, I want to move the text portion of the screen down a bit, it backfills the top with a garbage bite they call the ghost bite. And it's a consistent pattern across the entirety of the screen. And so he's using that and drawing sprites on top of it to make the numbers look correct. It's a really weird looking thing. I would have died anyway. I need to get out of that water. So yeah, I mean, like all demo scene stuff, there's just an awful lot of cool tricks going on because the hardware is impoverished. I pressed down. But anyway, since I watched his explanation and all that jazz, apparently he's gonna... Someone approached him, or he's decided to go with one of those, like, plushie companies that makes random one-offs, and to make a plushie of the Wizard Multiplexus, which I think is hilarious and adorable. Now, not something I need in my life, but I think it's very cute that he's getting, you know, demo scene merch. Not something you think about every day. I don't know, I guess if I had a t-shirt with... I probably wouldn't ever wear that in real life, but I probably would buy it if they did if Farbroush did, like, a Candytron style t-shirt. Or maybe Debris. There we go. Did it legit. Wasn't as bad as my whining implied. Oh god, there's a third one? But why? Wait, what? Ah. The nudge. Oh, that's gonna be it. Oh, actually, spin jump, spin jump. Break that. Hit the block. Okay. Oh, I need to get hit anyway. Is there any reason the coin block doesn't stop when you're going down with the throw block? I'm missing. It says so. It's sort of at the beginning of the level that if you're pushing 2 directions at once, it kind of works. That's my understanding. So, because I was holding right and it's going right, and I'm pressing down and up, it works okay and doesn't notice the other press, is my understanding. I don't know enough about coin snakes and their internals to give you a really good answer, unfortunately. That was an impressive way to fail. Yeah, if I could go back to the first room, I would show this to you, but I can't. Alright, well, we'll still go as far as we can, just for practice sake. This, I don't think, is that hard in terms of that. You need to play these. If you like weird OLDC gimmicks, like, the good old days stuffs are really good. I think I only played the first one, but, like, I would be happy moderating almost any of them. Oh, that was like 1 frame off. And OEO's levels... I want to say OEO's done a lot of really weird levels for OLDC using, like, QLDC using OLDC gimmicks? No, maybe I don't remember. Maybe the static was the last one OEO did. One day, there'll be a contest level section on SMW Central. It'll be easy to look these things up, as opposed to me looking up on YouTube what levels and things I've played by a given author. Which does remind me, I really should make that index thing just as a programming exercise regardless. Yeah, that room was a lot easier. Almost forgot. I win! Is it villain mechanics and quirks in general? How to make obstacles keep us from it? Yeah, this would be a good thing to be playing with. And some of the like high-level OLDC ones, high-ranking ones, I'd highly advise to look at as well. Credits 32. We made it. Thank you for playing this hack. Here's a little credits. Inspirations: Super Mario World, Unintended Behavior by G-Breeze, Some Light Reading by G-Breeze, Fortress of Komei's Trap by World Peace, Super Serious Fishing Palace by Pogyo? Petrona's Towers by Idle and SNN, Planets by VL Scoots. Oh, I need to play Planets at some point. I haven't played that. Cave of Dizziness by some guy. I'm certain that doesn't surprise me. Tower of Facades by G-Breeze, yeah. And Load-Bearing Paywall by Lazy. Huh. I have to look up some of those. Music: Kevin, Nanako, Seg, Moose, Dippy, Sin Siga, Mercury Penny, Tamaki, Paper Domo, Slashman, Full Cannon, Hooded Edge, Bepin Leg, Iron, and Torchus, and Masashi. Tools: Sam, Zaclaro, Fusia, Capernal, Disco the Bat, Eric, Kevin, LX5, World Peace, and Small Hacker. That's all. See you. See ya. Fun fact, there are no BG in any level in this hack. What? That doesn't seem to be true. There was definitely a BG in one of the levels. What? That cannot be right. No, I disbelieve. Thanks for the GGs. Alright, one thing for Curtis's edification really quick. If you press up or down while pressing the other arrow keys, the snake unfortunately doesn't detect it. So that's what I was exploiting to make the water section doable. I don't think the water section would have been doable for me without that. And then... One-Sided Love? I swear it had a layer... See, that's a background! See, that's a background! How could that not be a background? It's clearly a background. Ain't sprites. At least, I'm pretty sure it is. 80% sure that is, in fact, a background. Also, this track's just fun, so... Anyway, I'm gonna have to reject this because I found 2 soft locks, which, honestly, given that there was no testers who weren't OEO, is pretty impressive for something of this scale. There too, but yeah, it's still a background. Like, I guess... I mean, if it looks like a background and behaves like a background, is it not a background? I I don't know. Layer 3 background, absolutely. Wait, yeah, it's layer... See, look, it's a layer 3 background because it goes away when the message box comes up, so it's clearly a background. Anyway. But yeah, I have to reject it for a few different reasons, but nothing too bad. And it probably won't take Oyo that long to fix it. It just takes another moderator a while to actually play back through it, I imagine. But again, not bad. Only a few notes. Just a few. Like, this level is broken. The concept of this level, unfortunately, is broken. Because if you lose the Yoshi here, you don't go back to that room. Which is what you need to do to have the gimmick work. So... guess what the fun fact was meant is nothing is on the background layer in any level? Maybe. I guess that makes sense. I guess in terms of lunar magic technology or terminology, background may mean something different here than what I'm thinking for, like, normal SNES background. But I think that's enough of that.